Okay, let's clap.
1, 2, 3.
That was a good
That was a good one.
That was great.
Welcome.
We clapped great.
We did. That was really good.
Put that on a resume.
Yeah.
Great at synchronized clapping.
Woo! This is Hannah.
And Calissa.
And Sarah.
And there's so much that is going on in the celebrity world.
Oh, yeah.
Pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. It's hard not to talk about it. Mm-hmm. The Blake Lively and Dustin Baldoni
There are people
drama.
who don't like the celebrity gossip, I guess.
I live for it.
Like, what else? There's nothing else going on in pop
My
culture
life
right
is
now.
boring. This is my...
I know. We're just
This
chilling.
is my fuel.
We're just chilling in our real lives. So, what else do you do?
Yeah.
Besides follow
We get
famous
together and we talk about this.
people? Yep.
So,
Exactly.
And we occasionally yawn.
Yeah, Melissa's a tired lady today.
yes. She's got to work after this.
Yeah.
Blah.
Have a nice little nappy and then,
Yep.
Go to work.
yeah.
Work. All right.
Yeah, so I feel like I understand this case better than Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's case.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm just like, what's going on? I just read the memes.
I don't think that we heard about the Amber Heard thing. I don't think we heard about as much of that that lawsuit or that whatever until they were actually in court.
Mm-hmm.
And now
But like even then, I was still like, okay.
the timeline and everything, yeah. But
It's all
now
shifty.
with this,
We saw it in real
saw
time.
all of Blake Lively's lawsuit, and now Justin's filing a countersuit for defamation, and we're seeing everything of his play out. So, I think
So what do
everyone's a lot
you
more
what do you
well-connected.
all know? Like what's
I know that I don't know what happened,
fair?
but
Jinx.
I do know that Blake left out a lot of text messages that gave a lot of context in her in her complaint.
Yes.
So, do you want to say, not whose side you're on, but like where you kind of sit, which side of the board you kind of sit?
So I've been seeing all the interviews that she's done before It Ends With Us, and how her and Anna Kendrick were kind of
They're
like,
pulling those things out of thin air everywhere.
Her and Anna Kendrick. Tell me.
They
did
did
a
the
movie.
that movie,
Oh,
A
A Simple
Simple
Favor?
Favor. And they were kind of like jabbing
it's a
each
little
other
catty.
in the interview, like, she's such a bitch.
Yeah,
Like-
it's catty.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Which I think is interesting because Anna Kendrick also has a reputation for being kind of
Catty.
snotty.
Yeah.
So I think when you
So-
have two headstrong people, like, there's
Yeah.
butt heads.
Yeah.
And I watched the movie again, and because I read the comments, because they were like, oh, Blake Lively's just playing herself. Because, in the movie, she plays a really snappy, sarcastic B-word.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, she played her real life self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The internet is so mean.
I thought, going back still more, I thought it was interesting how all the girls from Traveling Pants movie came out in support.
But then
But
everyone's
then
like,
the people from what's that show that she was on?
Gossip Girl.
None of them, not a piece.
Leighton
said
Meester
anything.
and her, I think they butt heads a lot. There was
Yeah.
also weird little energy interview clips too that Blake was throwing jabs at Leighton,
Yep.
saying, that's what something in cages because
Yeah,
Leighton
because she was
Meester-
born in jail.
born in jail.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but Leighton just lost her house.
Yep.
Oh, that's sad.
Lots of celebrities lost their houses
Yeah.
in the California fire.
Yeah, but I know she was definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Because she was at the Golden Globes one night, and then the next day she's posting on Instagram that her house is gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Yes.
Okay, side note, how do you guys feel about the micro bangs that everyone had at the Golden Globes that are like
I love microbangs.
here? Like Ariana had them, Leighton
Okay, I
Meester
don't think
had them.
they did not look good on Ariana. I don't.
Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know, because Beyonce did it, and I'm like,
I love microbangs.
It
But
looks
I
like a 2-year-old cut them.
do not love them as a mainstream. They started off.
that would be bad.
I don't want to say that they started off, but in recent years they started off as more of an alternative style.
I always thought the hairstylist took it too short and was like, micro bang, that's the new thing.
And I like that because I do think it's really cute on some people. They have a face for it, and it's good on with some hairstyles.
If they have that jawline.
On a mass-produced, you know how the whole thing is what's it called? A tucked bob or something right now is all the rage. On a mass level like that, I don't think it works.
No.
So it's not a hairstyle that is for the masses.
No.
So I think people just need to be careful.
Yeah. You definitely got to know your face shape.
Yeah.
The
For
Golden
sure.
Globes, speaking of Ariana, and they didn't win really anything for Wicked.
I didn't
They didn't
think
win
they
anything,
were
I don't think.
nominated.
They
for,
were.
They were.
They
Yeah.
were nominated in like everything.
People are pissed
Because
that
they
Amelia
lost-
Perez won.
And
over
they
Wicked.
listened to the music and they're like, it's just like, it looked like an SNL skit.
I know. I had not even a single clue what it was about until I heard people complaining about it after the Golden Globes.
Yep. And they were like, so this song, and they pulled up the clip of Zoe Saldana.
Zoe Saldana and I'm sorry, the Asian doctor that's in the. I'm sorry. I don't
This
know
is
his
a
name.
man. This is a woman.
Yeah.
That's literally the song.
People are saying that it's super like
Monotone, like no
and, like, the
range,
whole-
no pitch.
like the whole like premise of the movie is just stupid. And
What's the movie called?
It's
Amelia.
okay. Let me give you a quick breakdown because I watched a whole TikTok on this. Basically, this mafia boss is married to this woman, Amelia Perez. No, I'm sorry. Married to this woman who is Selena Gomez. And he gets in this trouble and then he wants to become a woman. And so it's about his transition into becoming a woman. But then he doesn't want to lose out on his like kids relationship with his kids. And so he like comes back and Zoe Saldana is like his assistant and like helps him facilitate this relationship. And it's just like all about that whole
I think it's on Netflix.
relationship.
right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So, but people said it was terrible. The movie's terrible. The songs are terrible. The acting is terrible. The Spanish
songs-
is terrible.
Yeah, they
And
were
so
making fun of
everyone's like-
Selena Gomez is that she doesn't have that Mexican accent. Like
Which she is Hispanic, but she's like Texas Hispanic. She's
Yeah.
not. She's not first generation.
Yeah.
And like as far as I recall her saying, and don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but she didn't grow up speaking Spanish. She can understand it, but she's never like been fluent in speaking it.
and that happens. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So it's like to be expected that she wouldn't necessarily have the accent
Yeah.
for it. But yeah. So
That was the movie, and they won a bunch of awards.
yep.
Over Wicked.
Well, over a ton of stuff.
Yeah, but like
People were pissed that she also beat out this movie that I just watched last night, The Substance. They were really upset that
Demi
she
Moore?
beat out. No, Demi Moore won. The
Margaret-
Margaret Qualley or whatever.
Yeah.
They were mad that she beat her. So,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Award shows, I think they're bought.
oh, for sure. Golden Globes especially is what I've heard.
Yep.
So here's my thing. I thought Wicked had come out too late to be considered for the
I guess
Golden
not.
Globes.
No, because the last Showgirl, they came out late, but they were still on the list for nominations. The one with Pamela Anderson and Brenda Song.
Oh, I don't recall.
It seems like a really good. I want to watch it.
Okay.
It's called The Last
Brenda
Show-
Song, I didn't know she's still active in the.
Yep, she talked about it in an interview. She's like, to be the best mom and to live my dream, but while being a good mom to my kids, I had to do this movie. Mm-hmm. And she talked about the struggles of like missing her kids, but also she doesn't want to forget the old past of
Yeah.
her. So
Like who she is as a person.
yeah, it was a really good interview. It kind of hit the spot for like working moms, working full-time moms, and trying to live your dream, but be the best you, support your kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
She just hit the spot. She hit it. I'll have to post that.
She seems like a good person. I
Yeah.
don't want to say good person. She seems like she's like,
Down to earth.
yeah, intelligent. Like she's got some things happening up here.
And she's with Macaulay Culkin.
I know, but did you see we talked about this a little bit. Did you see Kim Kardashian's video? Her Santa baby video? She like made a whole sex video of her like in a drug house crawling around on the floor singing
I don't
Santa
even.
baby.
It's so weird.
And Macaulay Culkin is Santa. I'm like
at the end, yeah,
You're a dad and a human? Like what are you doing?
because he was an iconic character who played that
Home Alone guy.
Home Alone
I
kid.
forget what his name is.
Yeah, so I had on the list the downfall of celebrities, and one of them I had Kim Kardashian because I feel like she is trying so hard to stay relevant,
Yeah.
trying so hard to stay in the articles, and she can't.
Yeah.
Like she came out with this weird video
Because people are over her.
hoping
Yeah.
to hype up like, what's Kim Kardashian thinking? What's she doing? But really, everyone was just turned off by it. They're like, this is weird. This
There's
isn't
too many
you.
controversial things going on around that family right now.
Yes, especially with the P. Diddy.
Yeah, and like her dressing North like in like not as a child, like she's like 10 or 12 or something, and she's
North
dressed like a
and
20-year-old.
Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy was on the
Yes.
red carpet
Yeah.
for Mufasa. I thought she was 14.
Yeah.
And then
She's
they told me
12.
she was 12.
That's insane.
And I was like, dang.
Yeah, things are just crazy. I don't know. It's just inappropriate, I feel like.
Moving too fast.
And I think going back to what we've talked about previously about aging, I think so many people are concerned about like their relevance in terms of their age and like how they appear to the outside world. But like, it's okay to get older and just like be older. Like with the Kim Kardashian thing, her kids are getting old enough now to see those videos of her being like provocative. And wouldn't that turn you off as a parent and like be like, this is really inappropriate for my kids to potentially see this?
Yeah.
Like that would make me so uncomfortable.
I don't know. Because I remember Kourtney Kardashian's house, she had a bunch of nude pictures and she had young kids running around and
I don't
know, just trying to normalize that with that. I don't know.
You guys are teaching me so much.
I feel like being a naked mom and being provocative is different.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Because I'm a naked mom. I'm
a naked mom.
And like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I try not to make,
my kids are getting older. Like I don't mind having privacy.
Yeah.
Whatever. They should also have their own privacy. But being like sexually explicit and provocative in front of your children is far different.
Yeah.
And the fact that Kim, Kourtney, and Khloe, whatever, they didn't have their kids watching any of their reality shows. But North was like, Mom, I really want to watch just one episode. So they're like, okay, one episode. And I'm like, they got access to the internet. They can watch.
Yeah, no kidding.
They can go to a friend's house and watch it. I don't know. But they were just like making a big deal about it. They're like, we're going to watch one of our first reality shows with the kids and explain to them, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
Goofing.
Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So
there's no way they're unaware of what people say about their parents at this point.
Exactly. But yeah.
What a strange life to live.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
But I think like celebrities are just trying so hard to stay so relevant and it's just not. Everyone's just kind of over them.
Yeah.
Like there's that trend on TikTok. Let's not like any celebrity's videos. So they'll get like over 1 million views and maybe like a couple thousand likes. Lizzo, I think, was the first target, the first victim.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So if you go to one of her videos, she'll have like 500,000 views, but only like a couple thousand likes.
What did Lizzo do?
Nothing. They just wanted I don't know.
Well, I think it kind of goes back to the whole, when she was in that controversial stuff.
Maybe.
The lawsuit about fat shaming and all that kind of
With
stuff.
her backup dancers.
Yeah. And people just say that she's rude.
I can see that.
So, I don't know. That could be a personality thing. Also, she stole somebody's boyfriend. I heard that.
Ooh.
The guy that she's with.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why men great till they gotta be great?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. I was just going to say, do you want to go back to Justin Baldoni?
Yeah.
Because you know more about that. Share what you know.
Well, like I said, I know that like Blake really left out a lot of the context of the text messages. So she says like, "Oh, Justin walked into my trailer while I was pumping," and there's clearly a text message where she's like, "Oh, just come run lines with me in my trailer. I'm just pumping real quick."
Yeah. And he's like, "Okay, eating with the crew, like we'll be around eventually."
Yeah.
And then when she said, he showed me a nude video of his wife.
That was pornographic.
Yeah.
And it was like the still from the video was like his wife giving birth in a birthing tub.
Yeah, and he's like, no, I showed her how my wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Like she's just trying to really turn the
twist things.
Yeah. To make everyone favor her. And now, did you guys see the Deadpool thing?
Yeah.
No.
Nice pool.
Nice pool. So the new
you see
Deadpool? Yeah, that makes
Okay.
no. Okay. Ryan Reynolds plays a character called Nice Pool. He has long hair and he's got a man bun, and he's all about what do you call it? Like,
he's very like new agey and like hippie-ish and
asking
very,
about
like,
pronouns
feminist.
and a feminist.
Yeah, yeah.
And now they're like, he is playing Justin Baldoni because Ryan
He's parodying him.
Yeah.
100%.
Because Ryan pretty much bought the rights to Deadpool because the first director quit because Ryan Reynolds was so rude to him. He's like, nope, I'm done with this project. And everything.
Welcome.
So the Deadpool guy, the director, he quit. So then Ryan Reynolds pretty much directed and everything, edited. And he made Nice Pool. And that's supposedly Justin Baldoni. And
which the whole thing was like, so there's a line about so Blake Lively voices the lady pool. Okay.
that's not her. She's not
but
Lady
there's a
Pool.
voice about it. She voices the character. And so there's a line about her weight post-baby in Deadpool. And there's a
Nice
line
Pool.
about...
Was it Nice Pool or was it Deadpool? Made a comment about.
I don't recall.
Oh,
I
Nice
can't
Pool,
remember.
because he said, yeah, she looks so great, even like no baby fat or whatever. Commenting that Justin fat shamed, quote unquote, Blake Lively about her baby fat.
Oh.
And then he said something about the intimacy recorder. Where's the intimacy recorder?
Coordinator.
Or coordinator. And
The intimacy recorder.
zoom in on that.
Yeah.
Well, that was another one of the text messages of the intimacy coordinator.
Yep,
Justin hired somebody.
And she's like, nah.
And then she took over.
And she's like, no, I think I'm good.
And then there was the whole...
The flower shop thing.
well, no, I'm thinking of the interview that she did. And they talk about the intimacy coordinator specifically.
Yes.
And she's like, thank goodness we had one.
Oh,
Like,
and
it's
Colleen
so crazy
Hoover.
if you didn't have one.
yeah.
Colleen Hoover kind of called it out in that interview. She's
Yeah.
like, well, I saw an Instagram video and it's Blake Lively shoving Justin into her, like,
Right.
hold me like this.
Right.
Yes.
Where she's like coordinating all this stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
Where does Colleen Hoover fall in all this? Didn't she show support for Blake?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But everyone doesn't like Colleen because something with her son. I don't know if it's true
no
or
idea.
not.
I don't know.
That her son assaulted a girl.
Oh, shoot.
He was like in his 20s and this girl was like 15, 16.
Oof. Oh,
And,
my
you know,
gosh.
Colleen, she's a successful book writer, has a lot of money, just kind of under the table, kind of paid for it to go away. But people found out. And so a lot of people don't like her because of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Understandable.
Oh, but going back to the Nice Pool thing. So Lady Pool, she unalives Nice Pool in front of a flower shop.
Oh, yeah. Like multiple
Multiple
lots.
times.
Yeah.
And so that came out around the same time.
Yep. Because,
Yeah.
yep.
It's directed around the same
So
time.
now people are like, huh, you guys are like making fun of him at his expense in his
the movie.
billion
Well, and it's
dollar
interesting too
movie.
that how they talk. They say specifically in their interviews how involved they are in each other's projects,
Yeah.
and like this whole thing about him, Jason, right? Is that his name? Jason Baldoni? What the heck is his
Justin.
name? Justin Baldoni. I'm sorry, I don't know why I forgot that. Basically getting pushed out of his own project because they wanted to write and direct and rewrite scripts.
But that's
and-
why the Deadpool director came up because Ryan pretty much pushed him out
Yeah.
of the creative.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was the one making all the decisions. And that's why the director's like, I'm
Right.
not working with you anymore.
This is a multiple, like over
So-
the course of many.
So if he
movies
becomes a
issue.
witness, then he'll say his side. And then, like, it'll just show that Ryan and Blake have kind
Have
of
a history.
bullied everyone out of the industry to, like, no, let us do it my way. Or I'm not going to promote it. Yeah. Because Simple Favor was supposed to come out again, a sequel.
Yeah.
But now with this whole Blake thing and just the bad press, I don't think the guy is like, well, maybe let's just forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody is curious about like more in-depth stuff, there are some creators on TikTok who have done a fantastic job like
Yes.
reading all 80 some pages of these lawsuits.
Of the documents and
Yeah. So I'll try to I have one listed. I think her name is Nuha, Nuha, I believe. But there's multiple others that I'll try to remember to look up before we post about this episode. But
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the
I'm definitely curious. I hope that the court case is televised.
that would be awesome.
Because
Like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp
Yes.
one was. That would be
I just want to
so
see like
interesting.
the evidence. I want to see
Yeah.
the evidence
yeah.
because I don't care for. I should maybe I do care for. I don't necessarily care for speculation when it comes to like the truth of it.
Yeah.
I want to like see the evidence and actually know.
I still haven't watched the movie.
Don't.
It's on
don't bother.
Netflix. It's on
Don't
Netflix.
bother.
Same with A Simple Favor. So you can watch both of them.
Both of them. I have seen A Simple Favor. I was really excited for that to come out.
Yeah, and I don't know.
It was average.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever. I don't know what that is.
I feel like they just it was
The
supposed
Anna
to be.
Kendrick.
Oh yeah. And she's like a hitman or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I
Kind
forget
of.
what it's about. I forget.
There's some sketchy stuff goes on. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
It could have been better.
I did
Yeah.
see it.
I don't know
years ago,
how.
I think.
But I think it was Blake outfits were just like a little crazy then too. But she was a fashion
probably
designer in the
styles
movie.
her own stuff every time she's in a movie.
But I wanted her hair so bad when
Oh,
she
I
had it like
know.
nice and slicked and then like a teased ponytail.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, that looks so cool. I did that. I look like an idiot.
I think my head's too small.
Yeah. Her hair
that.
is perfection.
Which,
That's what she was trying to bank off of with the Target thing.
with her hair, Caroline.
And I don't think it's selling. I
Nobody
think
look at me.
everyone, like, I still see the same products at Target.
Yeah.
No one's bought in.
Yeah.
So, oops. Kind of
Yeah.
shows where the public stands.
And I bet that's why, like, Fuel to the Fire, that she's going to say that he ruined her launch.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, there
Hair
are.
launch.
She supposedly wrote a statement saying how she can't get out of bed anymore. Her children are super affected by this. Ryan's affected by this. And Ryan looked drained at the I think he was at
He
an
wasn't at
award
the
show.
Golden Globes.
No, he wasn't. He was at a different award show, and he was talking about Wicked. But everyone's like, he like aged overnight. Like
Yeah.
he just looked rough.
That's
So,
what happens
like,
when you get yours for being a piece of turd.
yeah, and like he's trying to like be himself, and trying to make all these jokes, and the crowd was just kind of like, huh.
Over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't like laughing. They weren't.
Sorry.
So I think he's feeling it. That like, oh, nobody.
Well, and I love that it's something that was brought on by themselves.
Kind of.
Basically.
Yeah.
Like
They
from
need
the
to be
text that-
humbled.
Yeah, from the text that Justin shared, they made their own bed, kind of, with their own actions and all that kind of stuff. So
And
they
I
are
don't-
where they are.
Someone made a really good point that kind of was interesting. If you're on Blake's team, then it's kind of scary at how these bots and these things and they supposedly hired all these bots to destroy her or whatever and change the narrative in the TikTok comments and all of these whatever, that it's kind of scary how someone as high profile as Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds can be taken down.
Yeah.
Because they're A-list celebrities.
Yeah.
And they got taken down by this.
Yeah. Speaking along those same kind of lines, about the the Me Too perspective of this and just believing her. I was watching a TikTok actually about this, and supposedly a number of years ago when I think it was Woody Allen.
Oh, she
There
did a
were
video, a
some-
movie with him.
Yeah, and it was in the midst of maybe some sexual assault charges that he had against his own stepdaughter or something like that. And
The one he married?
No, a different one, I think.
Okay.
Because that was his adopted daughter, right?
Yes.
So I think it was his stepdaughter. And there were a ton of celebrities who refused to work with him because of that event. And she didn't. She continued to work with him. And then she did interviews and articles saying how great he was and this and that. And it's kind of like a little bit tone deaf, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so people are saying not why believe her when she has this type of history, but to just be just because she's a woman doesn't mean that she's automatically telling the truth type of thing.
Right.
Was the perspective of this TikTok that I watched.
Yeah.
And so I think in any kind of case, that's a valuable thought to have.
Yeah.
It's just let's look at history, let's look at who they are as a person, who the
So
what
she
people
did
they
that.
support, all that kind of stuff.
With Woody Allen.
Yeah.
She did that. And then Ryan Reynolds, I guess during the writer's strike, he was still continuing to work
Yeah.
during the writer's strike.
Yeah, which
so
was
people,
illegal, I think, right?
I think, yeah.
Because he was working on scripts for this movie
And he
during
was,
the strike.
yes. Him and Drew Barrymore, supposedly, during the writer's strike, they were still working. So people found out about that, and they're like, oh, so you really aren't for your
Right,
Hollywood, whatever. You're
Yeah.
not going to stick up for them.
right.
So that kind of shows what he's like. TJ Miller, who was on the first Deadpool, he talks.
He got a lot of poop about that for coming out against Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. Everybody thought, it's TJ Miller. I mean,
Because he has his own reputation.
Yes, he's got some allegations and everything against him. But before all that, he was talking mad about Ryan Reynolds. And
Yeah. And now people are like, oh, maybe he was right.
yeah.
So, and that's kind of the opposite scenario of what I was just saying about that TikTok, how, you kind of have to look at their history. But yeah, I don't know. It's such a layered
I don't know.
issue when
Yep.
it comes to people that we don't know, obviously.
And I was telling Nick about Justin. I was like, he wrote books about kind of being a feminist and taking responsibility as a man and kind of pushing that he's for women and everything. But then Nick's like, I know a couple people that they might be getting canceled or what, but they were always like, I'm a great father, I'm a good husband, I don't cheat, I don't do this. But then it came out that he was sleeping with like all these women.
Yeah.
And so people were like, oh, so you're not this person that you say you are. So Nick's like, you always have to be careful with people when they're too like, oh,
Staunchly one
I'm
direction.
perfect and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Everyone should be like this,
Yeah.
but they've got skeletons in their closet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A ton of people are saying that.
Just like Ruby Frankie.
A ton of people are saying Justin Baldoni is like a closet narcissist because of that type of thing.
So Nick's like, she could be right about him, like if he isn't like that in his books.
Yeah.
So, but the Ruby Frankie thing, you had stuff to say about that?
Yeah, because her and Jody were like, I think they said something about like homophobia, like it's wrong and everything. But then the daughter came out and said, no, they were doing stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, the daughter wrote a book.
Oh.
Who was doing stuff?
Ruby and Jody, the people who
That's the mom and like the manager, right? Or
the manager
The
or
assistant
neighbor.
or something like that.
she lived in the house with her with the
Ew.
kids, and they were both abusing the kids.
Well, that's apparently why she lived in the house. Okay, gotcha.
So we're gonna see more cases about that coming up soon because I think their
Interesting.
trial's coming up.
And the kids are now speaking out.
But like I said, the one daughter wrote a book. She was on the Good Morning America, so I still have to watch the interviews with that. But they're pulling up like, so you said in your book this. Oh, it's gonna get wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty crazy.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of like the influencing families, like when they keep pushing their kids or keep pushing their stuff, it's not. Their household just seems toxic.
Yeah. Do you follow the Dashleys? Maybe you'd see them if you recognize them. If you
Yeah, maybe.
saw that, but they're big on Facebook, I know, and I've always liked them, but they still show their kids' face. They still use their kids' names, and they have they're not gonna stop. Is pretty much what it is. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. But they have a really good reputation. Like nobody's calling them out yet, so I don't know if they will or not. I'm trying to find. Let me see if I can find it.
Did you guys hear, while you do that, did you guys hear any updates about the nurse mom?
She made a YouTube video. That nurse Hannah, she made a TikTok. Doesn't have her kids. She doesn't say anything. She just has captions speaking for her. Just she was thanking like, oh, this was such a great year. Thank you for everybody. She wasn't talking. The captions were. And then I followed her YouTube, and she just did a day in my life. She had none of her kids in the video, but you could hear them in the background.
Okay.
So she's still going
She's
to
being more
continue to make
careful.
content. I just don't think she's going to show her kids because she knows how quick people are.
Yeah.
And I think her comment section was turned off.
Do you recognize them? They've got 1.3 million followers on Facebook.
Oh, I do not do any following on Facebook.
But yeah, she's
Are their kids in diapers?
no.
Okay.
They're older.
They're older. That's their youngest is a toddler. But yeah, anyway, I just thought that was interesting. They don't get a lot of hate though, because like I follow.
There's a lot of people that don't get a lot of hate.
Not
There's
on Facebook.
there's
Usually not Facebook.
Well, there's this one TikTok couple that I'm thinking of who have a really young son who's a toddler, and they have, gosh, I wish I knew their name, but they have like really blue eyes. She has dark hair. She's like 21. She's super, super young. And I never see negative comments on their stuff. But all of her content is literally her and the kid,
Yeah.
like doing stuff. So, like, what then? Like,
Yeah.
you know, that's all, the faces are all over the place.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I just feel like family vlogging is definitely like.
because people see the negative side effects of it.
Yeah.
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 But then I always get disappointed when they're like posting their babies in diapers or their swimsuits or just
Potty training.
People are sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, that's so innocent to my eyes
Yeah.
and like your guys' eyes, but like to someone just not in their head. Just, ew.
Yeah.
Who knows what they could screenshot it, they could. So I don't like that part of vlogging.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So yeah, hopefully this year all of it kind of goes away.
Yeah, hopefully there's a good shift, good turnaround
Yeah.
in the vlogging.
And not so
kind of-
much like a desperate need for views that they got to do something so desperate
Yeah,
to get your attention.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like you said, hopefully something positive. Hopefully people learn a lesson from if they listen to the Ruby Frankie case.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. Do you know when that's all scheduled to? Okay.
It should be pretty soon. I keep hearing more about it.
Okay.
So I'll have to watch. I'm sure TikTok will be updating.
Yeah, we'll have to.
I wonder if they'll
If it's
live
not
stream
banned
that
by
trial.
then.
Yeah, right.
Did you guys watch the movie The Substance?
No, kind of want to though.
You should.
Because
And
I
then we
keep
should
seeing
talk about it.
TikToks about it.
What's it about?
It's basically like a commentary on
Is it
like women's bodies, like the like how society views women, how we view ourselves because of how society
You watched
views
this?
us. Yeah, we just watched it last night actually. It's kind of gross. It's pretty like you could skip probably the last like quarter, third maybe of the movie and still get the premise of the movie, but yeah. It's basically like, so the substance is like a regenerative substance. So a woman is old. She injects herself with the substance. And from her is like birthed a younger, better version of herself. And so she lives not simultaneously, but like week on, week off with her as herself and then this younger version of herself. And so that is the commentary of like,
I keep
we're
seeing,
only
like-
valued if we're young and we're beautiful in this versus like when we get older, when
Yeah.
we're not in our prime anymore, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
What's it called? Where people look alike?
doppelganger.
Doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers.
Yeah. And there's the substance going on TikTok, and it'll be like Lisa Marie Presley in her prime, and then it shifts to Lana Del Rey as her now, and it's like, oh, that was
Super fascinating.
one. There's been a couple others.
There's tons of them.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's kind of creepy.
They say like Keira Knightley and what's her face? I forget the other one. But they
the
look very
girl from
similar.
Stranger Things.
No, she's someone else, I think.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're all over the place.
it's kind of creepy.
So it is very creepy.
I'm gonna have to
It
watch
makes me feel like
What's it on?
devil stuff.
Oh, that's just
You
like
know-
a TikTok.
I might have seen it on Plex. I might not have seen it on.
Substance.
Yeah.
The movie.
It might not be out yet. I probably saw it on Plex. I don't know if it's out.
Did you have to pay for it? You probably had to pay for it because it's newer. No, nice.
It's on Plex. So
What's Plex?
it's like a special.
Is it a website like a?
It's like a special
Third
streaming
party?
site that's like has some.
You're
I don't
killing
want.
the
I don't want to
movie.
lose my membership to this site because of saying something about it.
Okay,
So,
noted.
But
It's got some
killing the
stuff on
movie
there.
industry.
get it
Sarah.
at your own
It's your own
discretion.
risk. It's like LimeWire.
Yes.
Yeah, but movies. Yeah.
Dude, I love LimeWire. And then occasionally you download like a virus, and then your mom would be like, "What'd you do?"
What happened?
Napster back.
I
in
have
the
no
day.
idea.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Do you have any other celebs on your list?
Oh, it's not. I mean, I guess like the whole Jimmy Carter funeral thing.
Oh,
That I wish there was a reality TV series for that.
I watched a whole TikTok about everyone who was coming in and sitting down, and I thought it was so
And I'm like,
funny.
I
how
need some
Trump-
lip readers because what is
Yeah.
what's being said?
If you didn't see it, Trump and Obama sat by each other
Yes.
because Michelle was gone. And it was just making me laugh because they were just like giggling and chatting the whole time with each other.
They were super chummy.
What would
And
they
everyone,
talk about?
I know.
Exactly. No-
Apparently, someone said golf at one point. They were talking about golf, which I just think that goes to show that like people can get along even if we have opposing views about things.
Those
it's okay
two.
to just.
And then Kamala, she,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
nobody wanted to talk to her when she came in.
no, like,
Yeah.
because it was Clinton.
She sat next to Bill
this was on the
Bush.
second row.
To Bush.
Bill, Hillary, Laura Bush, George Bush, Obama, Donald, and Melania. And then Joe Biden and Jill, they sit down first.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then Kamala, like no one says anything to Kamala, but everyone says like they're all talking amongst each other. And Kamala sits down and no one's talking to her.
And she like kind of looks back at them and no one talks to
yeah,
her.
she just has like this.
I feel bad because she's a human.
Yeah.
But again, like I feel like
What's the drama?
why can't people just get along? It kind of annoys me,
her
honestly.
and Jill Biden, they butted
Yeah.
heads,
Yeah.
and like it's so obvious.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Oh,
So I don't know. But
yep. But that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was all over my TikTok feed.
Yeah, same.
So I had drugstore shampoo and
yeah.
conditioner. So
Yeah, talk to me about this.
I've been seeing dermatologists talking about it, saying that we've been told that silicones are really bad for your hair and all this stuff, but really that's what your hair needs. And we've been told, no, it's bad, it's bad. But if you look at it, L'Oreal and Johnson & Johnson and like two other major companies, they own everything in the world.
Yep.
And L'Oreal makes high-end products, they make drugstore products.
Yep.
It's basically the same
Same
thing.
thing with makeup.
Yes. So she's like, honestly, you can use drugstore shampoos and conditioners. You will not, like, nothing's going to happen. And she's like, I've been using drugstore for years. And I'm like, her hair is long, shiny, and sleek.
If you look at a lot of the ingredients, especially in the treatments and stuff, like there are certain shine treatments and all these kinds of things, a lot of the ingredients are almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
Craig was looking at my body wash and his body wash. I use Native body wash.
Yep.
He uses Old Spice.
Yep.
And he's like, these are like literally
Yep.
the same exact thing.
Yep.
Just different scents.
Yep. So it's just
Wild.
kind of,
There's only so many formulas you can create to have the same basic product.
Yeah.
but then
So-
I remember when I was in a full service salon, the colorist was like, oh yeah, if someone wants to use something on the shelf for their hair, they can, because that company makes the same color that we use. And I'm like, huh. So she basically was like, yeah, you can use drugstore stuff too, and high end, because L'Oreal makes the exact same thing for half the price,
Yeah.
and they know it.
Because
But the average consumer doesn't know
Yes.
that. They're like, oh, high end is so much better. But I bought Pantene clean because I'm oily. I don't want volume. I don't want sleekness. I don't want extra moisture. And I love it. Like, I feel like my hair stays clean for like 3 days
wow.
with Pantene.
Yeah, nice.
Pantene clean. So I bought more. And I'm like, well, I like this.
Yeah.
And
have
it was
to
like
look into that.
$7
There's definitely
versus 30.
yeah, there are definitely things to be said. That's not saying that there are certain products that are high end that aren't good, but it is saying that there are
Like, don't be-
from
like-
the drugstore that are comparable.
But then if I think about it, I'm like, well, I buy drugstore makeup. I buy drugstore skincare.
Because they are owned by the same companies.
So-
So if you, and same with makeup products, if you look at the formulation in makeup products, high end drugstore, they're basically the same.
So now I remember a lot of people, they felt uncomfortable going to a hairstylist because the hairstylist would be like, well, you need to use this and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And they would kind of shame them for like, you use this? Like, no, you need to use this. But
No.
really it's, nope.
There are tons of comparable products.
There
High
is.
end drugstore.
Yep.
Shampoos, body washes, makeup, anything. They're all owned by the same parent companies.
I
Like you
think,
said, 3, 4, 5 companies own everything.
Disney owns everything. Johnson & Johnson owns everything. L'Oreal owns everything. I feel like there's one more.
And then there are shareholder companies or whatever they're called, where it's like
right, yeah,
a
like
group
it's all
of-
like
Yeah.
a pyramid, but
own-
like
yeah.
under the same.
There are, you can look up, you can literally just Google, like, they're usually in, it's not a pie chart, but it looks like a pie chart basically, and it's just like little
I know what you're talking
logos, and it's just like this whole huge, like 150 companies are all owned by Johnson & Johnson. This whole 120 companies are owned by L'Oreal. Such and such, such and such. Nestle is a big one for like food and stuff like
Nestle.
that. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So now it's just kind of like, well, okay. Like not that I've been fed lies, but like I can use
It's
this.
something they don't tell you because
And I'll be
I mean,
okay.
like, this is kind of actually we're watching a documentary right now. Forget what it's called, but it's about something Perlman. Ron Perlman? John
Yep.
Perlman? Something. And he's the man who started Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Natural, and 15 other boy bands. And so when we were kids, are you an NSYNC person? Or are you a Backstreet Boys person? Mm-hmm. But they're owned by the same person. So no matter who you like, you're feeding the same person. Like it doesn't matter.
same-
The competition is within its own body,
Yes.
basically. So
It's just kind
Yeah.
of like a really like eye opener.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, like this
into the
isn't.
minds of like monopolies. and marketing.
Yes,
all that kind
the
of stuff.
marketing. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I tried the Pantene, bought some more, gonna try some more other stuff.
Yeah.
And Nick was like, didn't you tell me this was bad? And I'm like, I've been told it was
we
bad.
were duped.
Yeah. And I'm like, we're gonna try it. So
And he has basically no hair. So what do you care?
well, he's getting because I would buy him the American Crew stuff for dandruff because he dries out so bad. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna try this Dove and see if it helps. So we'll see.
Dove apparently has a lot of the enriched like moisturizing agents.
And I like the Dove body soap, like the
yeah,
bar
you've
soap.
talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Very cool.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty cool. We talked about Golden Globes, TikTok.
What about Nikki Glazer?
Oh,
Oh yeah, what was that about? I
her
saw a couple of clips.
her monologue was pretty good. Like she was kind of roasting celebrities,
You're
but
so
like
tired.
Oh, I'm
Sleepy
so
Calissa.
tired. You're gonna have to
just
call
over
me
there
on the way
yawning.
home, just like.
listen to Big X the Plug.
Oh,
That'll wake you up.
It'll get you hyped.
No, but Nikki Glazer, I thought she was pretty funny and like all her jokes
She
and
did a good job.
everything.
Yeah.
And then, do you guys remember last year's Golden Globes?
Was that the?
It
It
was-
was the guy.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
What was
his
his
name
name?
Joe,
What was it? Was that his name? Joe?
Joe or Joy. It
don't
was a
recall.
Filipino
Oh,
Filipino
that's
man.
not who I was thinking of then. Who was I thinking of?
No, you probably are. Because
No,
he
I'm
was
thinking of
making.
an older white man.
Oh, I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure.
But he was making jokes about Barbie and saying like a movie about boobies and just kind of being like
Nasty and
sexist and a little bit. And then hers was just kind of uplifting roasts because she
Yeah.
does roasts
Yeah.
on that one show. But
yeah,
I
people were saying that it was super funny without being like hurtful.
Too mean.
Yeah,
mean.
without taking it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I kept thinking because I noticed that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds were not there, and I'm like they would have been roasted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
heard
probably heard Nikki Glazer was hosting, and
They're
like,
like,
"We better
nope,
stay
I'm not going."
specifically
home."
avoiding all the awards season stuff.
I would.
Yeah.
because of that.
I would.
apparently. So
Because I don't think they can talk too much about
no,
it.
they can't.
Yeah.
Although you know what I find interesting is that Justin Baldoni's lawyer is doing a ton of interviews, and I think that's super fascinating. I mean, he obviously knows like how much he can share and whatever, but
Didn't Justin hire
Super
Johnny
interesting.
Depp's team?
maybe I don't recall.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, like I said, it's going to be an interesting case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah. For sure.
Because I will be tuning in.
Oh, definitely.
We'll keep you updated here at
Yeah.
30 Crying and Trying
As much as we can. Absolutely.
via TikTok.
Yeah, maybe Hannah needs to do like a little TikTok series about it.
Yeah.
She's good at that stuff.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, ladies, what do you think?
Yeah.
Should we wrap this up?
Yeah. Leave
Ready
us
to
your thoughts, comments, and concerns in our comment section.
Yeah, we're always very curious. Like, we love pop culture stuff, and so we're always
Love
very
it.
curious, like, what your guys' thoughts are on things. We really want to know your opinions, even if you just agree.
Are you team Justin, team Blake,
Somewhere in between.
Team, cancel all of them.
Yeah.
team
Yeah,
nice
what were your
fool?
thoughts on the Golden Globe this year? Like, wins, losses, if you watched. Outfits. I know we didn't talk about outfits, but I did see some people were really particular about that kind of stuff. So
No. I feel like it's hard to top outfits since the early 2000s because I
the
feel like
J-Lo dress.
yeah, well that's what I'm saying.
Oh my
They
gosh,
were
that
so
one Drew
cons-
Barrymore dress.
They were so conservative back then. So when someone did like J-Lo walked out with the Versace dress,
Yeah, whatever it was.
that was like
Big.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was like,
and now
dang.
people are crazy. So
and then it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's almost
Jinx.
kind of like interesting when they dress modest, like Billie Eilish
Yes.
with her blonde hair
Yes.
and the Cinderella dress.
Yes.
Everyone was like, whoa,
yeah,
dang.
for sure.
Yeah.
But she's like, guys, I've been wearing a wig for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dyeing my hair to this color. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So, like I said, leave us some thoughts, comments, concerns. Or if you just want to talk and say hi.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In the Instagrams. On the Facebooks. No one follows us on Facebook.
Oh, really?
Nobody, like, I'll post something on Facebook and it'll be like, Hannah likes this, Sarah likes this, Calissa likes this.
That's That's okay.
So
I don't
like
think.
ourselves.
Well, we also didn't have Facebook as a group for like.
We should have started it with the Instagram.
Yeah, I think maybe like the last 3 months.
Yeah.
was when you started it.
Yeah.
Right?
It
So
wasn't very long. So.
yeah, people just don't know. And honestly, I never use Facebook to follow people like that. I always
Yeah.
use Instagram for that.
Yeah.
Okay. And on that, this has been Hannah.
And Calissa.
And Sarah.
Bye.